Hey there, it's Jen, and I have a layout share for you today using Kim Watson's Indian Summer Collection from Pretty Little Studio. I did these layouts at a little scrapbook weekend that I had with some friends, and so I did not film the process, so I thought I would do a layout share with you today. So I'm showing you in the order that I made them. This first layout, I really wanted to use these leaves from, there's a vellum pack of leaves. I'll link to all of the products in the video description, but these leaves are really cute, and I put them on here kind of cascading down. So my photo is over to the right. I had this little thing behind the photo is actually a 4x6. Their paper packs come in 12x12, 4x6, and 6x6, and I used one of the 4x6 papers that has this gorgeous ombre look, and I cut it to make it go a little wider than my 4x6 photo and put it on the ends. So sometimes instead of matting a photo, I will just put paper to the edges of it. And then this paper was a 3x8 card actually. So there's some 3x8 cards in there, like pocket page card packs, and so I just layered that beneath it and punched a little scallop in it. And then I cut the title from various patterns using a die. This one is from Altenew. And then this word best came from a die cut pack. The word the came from these little tiny letter stickers. You get 3 different colors of them. If you watched my unboxing video, I'm sure you saw. But again, I'll link to the products in the video description. So I also used, these are like my favorite thing, are these little paint swatches. So they're clear stickers, but it makes it look like that you've done some mixed media underneath. So I put those in 3 places. I put some below this little cluster over here. So I made this cluster to balance this one down here. And then I put a little bit here and a little bit here. So there are, I think, 2 stickers here. And I just love the way that looks. So the other thing I wanted to show you is some of the die cuts are foilable. And so I used some Heidi Swap, let's see, I have it right here actually. This mint foil to foil some of the images, and so I used the camera here and then some of these frames. I just cut them up and put them behind the photo just kind of as a little additional embellishment, and I like the way that the foil brings a little something extra. And then there are some little word stickers. There are a few, this, and this little piece right here. There's like a washi pack that's just a small little, it's just like strips of washi on a sheet, so like stickers almost, and I used those in a few different places. Oh, there's another little blob behind the title there too of these little stickers. And then on the side I wanted to add a little something for a pop of color, and I actually used the packaging. All of the packaging has this gorgeous print on it, and so I just cut a little piece and then I put, you can see the packaging, I put some of the packaging behind it, and I love the way that little peek happens right there. And so I have the plaid here, I have it in the title, and then I also have it in this little strip of washi, and there is a smaller version of the plaid on this leaf. So I really love the way that this one turned out. Just talking about how fall is the best season and blah blah blah. This cute photo of my friend when we went to this cute little place called Wheeler Farm, and it was just really gorgeous. So anyway, that's my first layout. The second layout I created, I used a cut file. So I give away a free cut file every, oh, I need to trim this down. I could tell this paper in the back. I'll show you that one last. But every Friday in my Facebook group, I give away a free, like a little freebie. So sometimes it's a sketch, a cut file, a printable. Anyway, this was last week's freebie, and it is a cut file that cuts out a whole bunch of these floral and leafy pieces out of a background, and you can use the florals or you can use the background. And I decided to back all of the little spaces with some papers. The little 4x6 pack of patterned paper works perfectly for this. I love it. And that's what I did to back all of these cut files. I ended up matting the entire layout on black just because I liked that pop of color, or the that pop of darkness, like the contrast of it. And then I also wanted to bring out the contrast in these couple of die cuts that I used. So these black die cuts are the same ones that you can foil, but these ones I just left black. So there's a few little pops of that. And then there are some that I foiled with gold. This little bow and this little leafy cluster have foiling on them. This little strip right here is another 3x8 card I just cut down, and I didn't realize that I had covered it with this leaf, so let's move the leaf a little. There, you can kind of read it still. So it just says, happiness is where you are. These cute older photos of my daughter and my niece, and I just love how squishy my niece's face is. And these little, there's a pack of these offset titles. Like, it comes with a white die cut, and then there's colored that you can put behind it, and I love them. I think they're really fun. They're great for a title, even a subtitle if you wanted to do something larger, but I really love the way that looks. And then I backed this little heart with some pattern paper as well, just one of the 4x6 pieces again. Added some little floral die cuts and a sticker that I popped up, and then this little die cut as well, and some journaling. So pretty simple, although it doesn't look super simple because of all the pattern I have going on due to backing the cut file. So that's what took me the longest, and then the rest was pretty simple. So there is the second layout I created, and then finally this one that I need to, yes, trim down. It's a little bigger than 12 by 12. This one I wanted to keep really simple, but I also wanted to use a lot of stuff. So the way that you can do that is by clustering it all in one spot and then leaving a lot of white space. And so I used a pink background, which I never use colored cardstock for a background, so I wanted to try that as well. And then I used those same Altenew dies for my title, and I wanted to talk about how I'm always inspired by the things that I see when I'm shopping or when I'm out. I look at shadows, I look at all kinds of different like color schemes and textures, all that kind of stuff really inspires me, and so I wanted to talk about that. And I had this random photo of these boots, and I kept coming back to it and not wanting to just get rid of it, and so I decided to talk about how I always get inspiration, and this is one of the things that inspired me too. So what I did in order to use a lot of stuff was, first I used a punch, and I punched out of a whole bunch of pattern papers, and I kind of put them in a rainbow order, so it goes from pink to kind of orangey to yellow to blue to purple. And then I embellished it with, so behind the photo there's a couple of 3x4 cards that I just kind of layered up. I tucked the photo up underneath this little row of paper, and then I added different colored little pieces to, I wanted to kind of do a matchy, so I did purple down here, and there's some little words, and the navy on the navy, and this is a little bit away from this color, but I felt like I wanted another one of these because I put an orange one up here. So this is from a cut apart sheet. This is a die cut, I believe. There's also a sticker, so I think it's a die cut, that I popped up here next to the blue. So some flowers, some leaves, and then for a contrast, I wanted to add in some black. And so I added in, these are clear stickers that I put on white cardstock, and then this is another clear sticker, but I didn't back that one on white. I just put it directly on the background. And then these are some die cuts that you can foil, but I just left them black and white. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think it's really fun. I used some enamel hearts that I had in my stash from Hip Kit Club. So I just kind of put those towards the colors as well. And then I did add a little bit of the those clear stickers again that have that kind of watercolor wash look, and I added them in near the colors where they matched. And so I did, like, I was able to throw a lot on here, and then I added this little floral piece that kind of has all of the colors in it just because I felt like it needed something up here, and I really like the way it looks. So I'm able to add in a ton of stuff all in one spot, but it doesn't feel overwhelming because there's so much white space. And so that's a good way to try that out if you're interested. So those are the 3 layouts that I created using the Pretty Little Studio Indian Summer Collection. It's so gorgeous. I still have a bunch left, so I'm sure it'll be showing up in various projects here and there. But wanted to share those with you, and I hope that you'll check it out. I'll leave a link in the video description, and shout out to Kim because this is a gorgeous collection. So well done, Kim Watson. Anyway, I hope that you'll join me again soon, and talk to you later.